on the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs basketball. Today's scene setter is brought to you by Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, proud partner of Bulldogs Athletics.
So, spell your name for me.
J-J-A-Y, and then Forsythe, F-O-R-S-Y-T-H-E. I've always been told our defense is hard to play against. I mean, we play a tight defense.
And with that, the seed was planted and cultivated by a Georgia boy with a North Carolina game.
Campbell, a quick pass to DeFranch underneath. It's beautiful. Jacob Campbell, who flexes with his fist around his belly button.
Optimism has blossomed into frenzy in the land of the dog.
And it rolls, and it rolls, and it goes in. It's the slow roll.
No great story is written without a great storyline. Howe was a game under 500 with over a half of the season in the rearview mirror. But the boys in black and white have ripped off 9 straight, including the Jedi moment on Preston Road.
Haley for 3. It's good! He nailed it! He nailed it at the buzzer!
But make no mistake, it's the D that gets the V.
Cooper Jones, that was all hustle and muscle right there.
Howe has won a gold basketball for the first time in 17 years!
It's time for the 2022 UIL Area Championship. It's the Howe Bulldogs and the Dallas Madison Trojans. Here we go! Live from Lebanon Trail High School in Frisco, Texas. This is Bulldogs basketball.
Today's scene setter is brought to you by Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, proud partner of Bulldogs Athletics. On the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs basketball.
Haley for 3. It's good! He nailed it! He nailed it at the buzzer! Haley nailed it at the buzzer! Haley nailed it at the buzzer!
I mean, it was just like we drew it up, all right?
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm.
Another big play there by Wilson.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds by Eli Wilson.
Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GZEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden.
For Luke Lopez, and he nails the 3.
Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric.
Kicks it out to Campbell, and he nails the 3.
Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete.
Howe has won 7 straight district games.
Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Well, this is one of those nights, Justin White. It's the area championship. It's the Howe Bulldogs versus the number 1 team in the state of Texas in Class 3A. It's one of those days where you get here early, you measure the floor, and you tell your kids, just like Hoosiers, it's no different than the floor back home. It's the same type of situation this evening in Frisco, Texas, as the Howe Bulldogs come in here after winning their first playoff game in 17 years and taking on the number 1 team in the state of Texas. It's Hoosiers, baby. It's the area championship.
It's just another game, isn't it? It's just another basketball game. That's all you got to think about it, you know. I mean, the other team, Dallas Madison Trojans, we've seen them up close. They're bigger, they're taller. They've been here before. They had the experience, but Bulldogs have something to prove tonight. They're trying to keep this thing going and not get ready for baseball just quite yet.
We're all in our bow ties, so if everyone can turn around here, we'll do a selfie with our bow ties. Everybody, let me fix mine right there. In honor of Jay Forsythe, the head coach, it's bow tie night, apparently. Mary Beth Lopez, they ordered a bunch of bow ties. Everybody in the bleachers, they're wearing bow ties. Some of the cheerleaders came over here and gave us some. So here we are in our bow ties tonight. Jay Forsythe, head coach, always wearing bow ties. He even had my son last year wearing bow ties to the game. So here we are. It's bow tie night in Texas.
Did he know that it was coming? I know it was trying to be a surprise. Did he ever catch on to?
I think he did find out at some point. We're gonna have to redo that. I don't really like that picture, but we'll get another one.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the number one team in the state of Texas in Class 3A, Dallas Madison. They are 31-7 coming in to tonight's contest. Last week they defeated Callisburg 99-33. They are a run and gun and run and fun type of basketball team. They are the complete opposite in every fashion that you can make from the Howe Bulldogs. Everything about Dallas Madison is the exact opposite of Howe. They're going to bring about 25 fans over here. Matter of fact, Dallas Madison is the home team. They enter the court right now in their green and gold. They're the home team, but they take the visiting bleachers because they're only going to bring about 25 to 30 fans. And that's unfortunate for a team that good. Howe, on the other hand, the visiting team tonight in black and white, but they bring the house. It's not a huge gym. It's about not much bigger than Howe's, the ranch on Ponderosa, but Howe's packing it. They're bringing the house, and tonight it's a good crowd for Howe. The other thing different about the two teams, Howe, defense. They've got to stop the half court, the full court game of Dallas Madison. And Dallas Madison, of course, they like to run and gun. So two totally different teams here.
Yeah, both of them rely on their defense. It's just a little bit different defensive pressure by each team. Howe likes to play in half court, lockdown, man-to-man defense. Dallas Madison likes to play a full court press defense, and then even when they get to the half court, they like to do a lot of trapping. And I'm telling you right now, the Bulldogs have not seen anything like this before. And Madison may not have seen anything like the Bulldogs, but Howe is definitely has not seen anything like the Madison defense. They're very relentless. They're fast. They're athletic. They're long. They can just do a lot of things. They get turnovers. That's how they get a lot of their points. And so Bulldogs are going to have their handful tonight. They just got to be patient. They got to be quick. Not in a hurry, but be quick with their decisions.
So what I'm getting is it's the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals.
Kind of, yeah. Got it right now. Yeah, that's the way we're looking at it.
Let's do the Blizzard slide. As Blizzard comes in here, talk about these two teams tonight and what you expect to see.
What I expect to see for both teams tonight is how to want to play the game in a half-court fashion like y'all both have talked about before. And Madison will turn offense into defense by jumping into their press break on every made basket tonight.
I think it's important anytime you're playing the number one team in the state of Texas, and you haven't had the success in years past, you don't have that tradition, and you just won your first playoff game in 17 years, your odds of being favored in this basketball game are zero. Your odds of winning it are probably somewhere around 10 to 15%, one would think. But nobody in those black and white jerseys that are warming up right now believe that. They've got a different idea, and the guy who started the bow tie thing over there, he has a different idea. And if Howe's going to win this basketball game, they're going to have to do two things that we've already alluded to, and I can't stress it enough. They've got to, one, beat the press and not have turnovers, because they're going to have Dallas Madison in their grill all the way down the court. And two, they're going to have to make Dallas Madison an offensive half-court team, because Madison loves to run the floor. They have those great athletes. They want to run and gun. They want to make it a fast-tempo offense. If they're able to cause Howe to make turnovers and they're able to run and gun, you can take the bow ties off and kiss them goodbye. But if Howe can get down the court uncontested on the fast break, around the press, and set up their half-court game and make it a half-court game, they got a shot to win this thing.
They really do. The thing is, Dallas Madison, they almost they make you start playing their game. They make you start, if you are to beat the press, then you get into the half court and you try to do something you're not used to and trying to break the press in the half court. And so they just make you make mistakes, and it can be a snowball effect. It can just be, before you know it, you're down by 10, 15 points.
What we would expect from starters tonight from Dallas Madison would be Pierre Hunter, Leonard Miles, a forward. And Hunter is the shooting guard. Miles is the forward. Brandon Patterson is a shooting guard. Rodney Getter is a strong forward. And Latrell Wright, another shooting guard. So really Getter is the post. For Howe, one would expect Austin Haley, Zach DeFrange, Jacob Campbell, Luke Lopez, and Eli Wilson.
Talking to Blake real quick here. So if looking at the bracket too, if Dallas Madison was to, the winner of this game takes on the winner of Ponder and Bells. Bells, who I believe, I had to read this correctly, they won their first playoff game in school history. Is that right?
That is correct. I was blown away by the statement made this week because Bells has always had a decent basketball program for as long as I can remember. And for that to be their first playoff win in the history of the school is unbelievable to me.
They beat Edgewood 51-46. They play Ponder tonight. The winner of that plays Madison or the winner of Dallas Madison or Howe. We talked about kind of off air how the Bulldogs, if they could have got any other place just about except for third, they could have been, instead of playing the number one team in the state, they could be playing Ponder, which is no joke, easy task, but they could have been playing Commerce, which has been a tough game as well, but a winnable game. It's just you get the third seed, and the second round you get the number one team in the state of Texas.
That's just how the bracket fell for the Bulldogs this year.
Speaking of the bracket, I stepped out for a moment just to make sure of something. It's actually Rodney Jeter, not Getter. Jeter, spelled with a G, but it's actually pronounced with a J.
Okay.
So it's Rodney Jeter. Speaking of the bracket, other games in the area, Bells, not sure if y'all touched on this while I was gone, but Bells and Ponder, you did, okay.
We were saying that I had to look at it twice, that Bells won their first playoff game in school history, program history.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's probably due to that old gym that they had where all the dead spots were. When you dribble and literally the ball would stop bouncing.
Oh, wow.
But that was a long time ago. Way back in the day. That gym is no longer there. And then Whitesboro and Leonard, of course. Some other region games that will have an impact down the road on this game would be Quitman and Wascom and Mineola and Jefferson. We'll try to keep an eye on some of those games if we can. Last year, Madison came in before they were beaten by Tatum, had a 17-game winning streak going into that game. They were 22-6 on the season, and guess what? Madison has a 17-game winning streak coming into tonight. So maybe things can happen again. You just never know, and we'll see what happens here in a few moments, I guess.
And looking at their program history in James Madison, they've won state championships in 97, 09, 13, 14, 17, 19, and 2020.
I was going to write those down, but there's too many and that's too fast. Yeah.
So they've had a lot of success. I mean, I remember when they got moved down to 3A a few years ago, I thought, man, I was like, that's going to be a tough basketball team to beat. And they've done that since they've been in 3A, is rack up championships.
So from the district, Howe with Leonard Bells and Howe all still in it. Blue Ridge is out of the tournament. For Dallas Madison's district, Madison and Keene are still alive. Gateway Charter Academy and Maypearl have been eliminated from the tournament. So District 11 looking pretty good, still representing.
And Blue Ridge made a big push in their game against Commerce. They were down 20 at half and came back and only lost by 4.
They pulled within like 1 or 2 points, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Madison is ranked first in the state according to Max Preps and also the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches. The two sites differ in who's number 2. Max Preps has Shallow Water at 2, whereas last year's state champion San Antonio Cole is number 2 in the TABC poll. Now, a little trivia here. Who's the most famous basketball player out of San Antonio Cole?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Absolutely. I was at the state tournament my freshman year. Went down to Austin. First time I saw first time I saw Shaquille O'Neal, he was coming down the escalator. He's already massive, but he's coming down right at me. I thought, who is this guy? It's like the Jolly Green Giant coming right at me. But San Antonio Cole, he had about 30 dunks that game, if I remember right. Just dominant, Class 3A.
Yeah, school that size. He wasn't from a 4A, 5A school. It was a small 2A, 3A school, yeah.
Long before he was known as Shaq.
Just Shaquille.
And people were trying to figure out how to say Shaquille. They were saying Shaquille. I mean, you know, it was unreal. That was in 1989. So Madison is going to stand at half court as we're ready for introductions. The flag is right over our shoulders, so we're ready for the national anthem. It's right over our head, the flag is. And with that, it is basketball time in Texas, area championship time in Texas. Justin White.
Yeah, let's get this going. I've been waiting all week since we found out that Madison was going to win and that this is going to be a pretty good matchup.
I think we're ready for the starting lineups. And being introduced is Zach DeFrange. And now Eli Wilson. Luke Lopez now being introduced. And the sophomore leading scorer, Jacob Campbell. And Austin Haley with the Jedi move with the lightsaber there at the end. And that's your starting lineup for the Howe Bulldogs. Again, it is Haley, DeFrange, Campbell, Lopez, Luke Lopez, and Eli Wilson. For Dallas Madison, they are introducing Leonard Miles first. 6'6", 180 pounds. And now the shooting guard, Pierre Hunter, 5'10", 175. He looks bigger than 5'10". And now Latrell Wright, the senior. And Brandon Patterson, the senior. A lot of height for Madison. And Rodney Jeter, introduced a moment ago. He's 6'6" as well. So Madison, and they're all white with green numbers outlined in gold. It's not a Vegas gold, it's more of a road hazard gold, yellow. But the Howe Bulldogs in their black uniforms tonight, they're the road visiting team. However, they I don't know whether negotiated is the right term, but Howe has the home stands. Obviously, they're bringing a lot more people than Dallas Madison. However, Madison bringing a nice little crowd over here tonight. We expected maybe 25 or 30. It's more than that. It's probably double that.
Yeah, it's a smaller section, but they're starting to fill it up a little bit.
Rodney Jeter will go after Dufresne. The ball was not touched, and it'll land in the arms of Wright, who will take it quickly down the court, missing the layup, rebounded by Wilson. Howe will take it, lots of pressure in their face, ball gets away. A scramble for it, now Campbell has it, got to calm down. They're back to Haley, and now Campbell's going to get it across the line. He'll be mano-a-mano right now with Wright. Now Haley guarded tightly by Patterson, left wing. A pass to Wilson. It gets away for a moment. It goes out of bounds off of Madison. And I believe it was last touched by Hunter. And Howe will have the ball right in front of the Madison bench. Just underway, 7:30 on the clock here in the first, no score. Campbell guarded tightly by Wright. He'll make a move, tries to penetrate the lane, kicks out, a jump shot by Dufresne off the back of the glass, no good. Rebounded by Hunter, quickly down the court. Patterson for three from the right wing, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lopez, he kicks it out to Haley. Haley will try to slow it down, now gets it to Campbell. Campbell dribbles it across the line, over to Haley. Right wing, back to Campbell near the top. 7 o'clock on the clock here, and there's a three-pointer by Haley to get us started in the area championship. 6:52 on the clock here in the first. Wright's going to drive to the bucket, now kick out. In the corner to Patterson. Up top now, Patterson all alone for three, left-handed shot. That's in the bottom of the net. That's Wright actually, and not Patterson. And then we got a tie ball game. Lots of pressure on Haley, who gets it to Campbell. Back to Wilson in the middle of the court, back to Campbell. He's going to try to dribble across. He's going to be called for traveling. And that's what Dallas Madison's pressure does to you. They make you make mistakes because they bring that pressure.
Well, at that time, there wasn't a lot of pressure on Campbell. He had a chance to get across the line. He just took a couple of steps before he did it.
And he knew it.
And that's what they do. It makes you make mistakes like that.
Right to Hunter, back to Patterson, now Wright. Dribbles to the middle of the lane, kick out corner. To the bucket goes Hunter. We're on the layup, up off the glass and good. And Madison has their first lead of the night. A kick's going to be called on the inbound as Campbell tried to get it to Haley, and it went off the foot of Leonard Miles. We'll do it again. Lopez to throw it in. 5-3. Madison in the lead. 6:15 on the clock here in the first. We're just underway. Campbell to Lopez on the press. And now Haley quickly to Wilson, who stops, turns, looks for Haley, and he's got him right wing. Inside Wilson, quick pass corner. Lopez, three, up, no good. Rebounded by Jeter. We're going the other way with 5:56 on the clock here in the first. Hunter in the corner, deep in the corner, guarded by Lopez. A jump shot just outside the three, or is it inside the three? And it is. 7-3 our score. Madison on top. 5:44 on the clock. Trying to break the press. Haley to Lopez to Wilson. Back to Haley. Quick pass Campbell across the line. Inside to Wilson. It gets away. And it was stolen by Wright. Now down the court, Patterson, a bounce pass to Wright, top of the key, guarded by Haley. He's just going to jack it up. Off the right side of the rim, no good. Lopez tries to rebound it, tips it, and it goes out of bounds. And Madison will have possession.
Well, up and down game.
Hunter to inbound, he does. Swinging around the perimeter, Patterson guarded by Campbell. In the corner, Jeter thought about the three, does. Off the side of the rim, no good, but rebounded by Miles. Now in the corner, Hunter for three. Bam! 10-3. Madison, again, ranked first in the state for a reason. Here is Haley getting it to Campbell, stolen by Hunter, going the other way. Up off the glass on the runner, that one's good. It's 12-3. And I think we're getting close to getting a timeout by Jay Forsythe. On the press, Haley trying to get it across. It's stolen away again. This time, Miles has it. Haley tries to tie it up, and we'll see what the call is. Whistles were down when I believe Madison called a timeout on the floor, and it was Miles who had it when Haley tried to tie it up. Wow.
At the end there, Haley was trying to dribble between a double team, and that's kind of, unless you're a really good ball handler, that's not what you want to do right there. There's a lot of active hands. I like the first couple of possessions the Bulldogs had. They had a couple of good-looking threes. Just didn't got Haley to go in. But these last couple of possessions, the press is just starting to get to you. It's starting to kind of make you make mistakes, and I'm not liking where it's going right now.
It raises
timeout right now.
The press from Dallas Madison has raised the blood pressure of the guys in the black jerseys. And when that happens, you start to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening right now.
Well,
the ball's getting away.
They made them get in a half-court offense. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, the Trojans have sank a couple of good threes.
Hunter on the inbound to Patterson. A bounce pass to Wright. A jump shot by Wright. That's in the net by Wright. 14-3. Lopez, Campbell, Haley. Stop shy of the line. Back to Campbell. One-on-one. Dribbles across the line. A quick pass is stolen away. And that's Miles. A pass underneath to Hunter. Off the glass and good on the runner. 16-3. Fourth 12 left to go in the first. Lopez trying to break the press to Campbell, to Haley. Haley back to Campbell. Trying to break it against Miles, dribbling, left-handed, down the floor. Lopez in the corner, thought about the three, back to Campbell. Driving in the bucket, stolen away from him. Wright has it, and a long pass down the court. That's Miles up off the glass and good. The fast break for Madison makes it a 15-point game. Howe hasn't seen anything like this. And on the inbound pass, it's swatted away by Hunter as Campbell was trying to get it to Haley, and now it'll go out of bounds, and Lopez will try to inbound. And now Cooper Jones will take the place of Eli Wilson. So Lopez to try to get it across. Into the game is Eric Braddix for Madison. Campbell, a pass to Haley across the line. Thought about the three, pass underneath to DeFrange off the glass, that's good. 18-5, and the Howe crowd erupts for one of the very few times so far tonight. Here's a jump shot off the glass, no good, rebounded by Campbell. We'll see what the call is. I believe it might be a foul on Jeter, and I think it is. As Campbell grabbed it, it was a layup, reverse-style layup that was no good. It ended up in Campbell's lap.
Good job on the other end here on breaking the press. Haley trying to get it down, got it down to Zach DeFrange for the easy layup, breaking the press.
3:21 on the clock. Lopez into Haley. Haley back to Campbell in the middle of the court. A bounce pass to Haley. Long pass over to Lopez across the line. They get it across. Lopez with two men in his face, and a long pass to Haley, left wing up to Campbell. Top of the key, 3:04 on the clock here in the first. Lopez now to Campbell, top of the key. Double teamed every time. Lopez, a long pass, Haley. Way off the three-point line, dribbles a couple of times, pulls up. Now to DeFrange, Campbell drives the middle of the lane, it's swatted away by Miles. Campbell ends up on the floor, wants a call, didn't get it. Jeter all the way down the floor by himself. A bounce pass gets away, here's Lopez. All alone on the layup, Campbell, that's good. And it's an 18-7 game with 2:32 on the clock here in the first. Hunter to Wright. They'll slow it down in half court for just a moment. 2:25 on the clock. Hunter in the corner guarded by Lopez. Jumps around him, jump shot up, and that's good. Hunter does not miss the jumper. That's 20-7. 2:15 on the clock. Lopez to Campbell on the inbound. Lots of pressure. Campbell will try to dribble through it. He's stopped, double team. Coming the other way. One side of the court to the other, and what's the call?
Coach Forsythe called a timeout. Luke Lopez went down, and he's kind of walking gingerly on his ankle, and it was a good timeout because Jacob Campbell was still stuck almost around the free throw line in the backcourt. So a good timeout call by Forsythe to kind of reset things for the Bulldogs.
It's a 13-point game, but it feels like 30.
It really does. Pierre Hunter is 6 of 6 from the field for 13 points.
Wow.
There's 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You know what it feels like? It feels like there's 7 guys out there for Madison.
It really does.
I mean, the way they can recover, they play man-to-man, but they have another guy that's kind of sitting back there to trap if you get to the half-court offense. And then the full-court press, I mean, like I said, it feels like there's 7 guys out there.
It's 7 on 3, it feels.
It really does.
It's the height and speed they have.
Yeah. They can get beat, and they can still recover.
Yes.
Lopez to inbound, a bounce pass into Campbell. 2:04 on the clock. Back to action. DeFrange back to Campbell. 2 men in his face. A long pass in the middle to Haley at the free throw line. Lopez for 3. That one's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wright, right over Cooper Jones, who's into the game. And Hunter's going to go into the line, into the lane, throw it up haphazardly, and it goes off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Howe. And here's Campbell to DeFrange, to Haley, right wing. Long pass to Lopez, back to DeFrange. It gets away, and they're going to call Hunter on a foul, as Hunter was all on top of Zach DeFrange.
They're not afraid to reach in. When a ball is like a jump ball, they're willing to go for it, and if they knock you down and get a foul, they're okay with that.
Aggressive.
And the officials are kind of letting them play a little bit.
1:31 on the clock here in the first.
And you got to wonder, too, the conditioning. The Bulldogs only go about 7 deep. And so you got to wonder if at some point in the game how tired they're going to get.
Lopez inbounds to Campbell. The sophomore guarded by Wright, who's a senior. Campbell, fancy dribbling, now switched over on Braddock's guarding him. Campbell, right side, very top of the key. He's going to try to dribble in, and a reach-in foul on Wright. And Wright actually is holding his jaw as he might have got hit a little bit right in the mouth. Accidentally, of course. There's 1:17 left to go in the first.
Playing tough defense on Jacob Campbell. And got called for the foul and got a hit in the lip in the meantime.
Lopez to Campbell behind the line, guarded by Wright. And Campbell will try to dribble across. Not as much pressure there. Lopez, left wing. Cooper Jones, top of the key, inside Campbell. Left, or right wing rather. He'll make a play for the bucket right at the free throw line. Jumper, that's good. 20-9. Madison in the lead. We're under a minute. In the corner, Braddock's. And now Turner into the game. A jumper is no good. Rebounded by DeFrange, but it gets away from him. Miles goes up, and DeFrange stuffs him. But I think they're going to call a foul on DeFrange, and that was all ball.
That was 100% all ball.
He literally had his hand on the ball as Miles was going up with it. But you got to come down with the rebound. You had a chance to get the offensive rebound there, or the defensive rebound. Instead, you let Miles come down with it. And Miles misses the free throw. As Leonard Miles shooting his second free throw. Misses that one.
And a rebound, a scramble for it underneath as DeFrange was trying to go for it, and a jump ball is going to be called. 44.5 seconds left to go in the first.
When you pull down these rebounds, you're going to have to be strong with the ball. You can't sit here and not hold it tight. You got to get a hold of it.
Ball's got to stay above your head. You can't pull it down today.
Lopez into Campbell, and it gets away. A call is made. And now it gets out of bounds. Now Lopez is going to inbound with 42 seconds. Looking for somewhere to go. And the ball gets away from him. Turn around, that's easy. Off the glass and good. Braddock scores. And that's how they get so many of their points. Haley to inbound to Campbell. Campbell back to Haley, 30 seconds. Back to Campbell. Trying to get across. They're going to call Campbell for a walk as he Euro stepped before he passed it. And Campbell's not happy.
And I think the officials kind of explained to him, you maybe shuffled your feet, I guess, before he took that Euro step. I'm not sure.
So Turner with it now in the corner. A three-pointer off the side, back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Braddock, it goes up. And another looked like clean ball, but it's going to be a foul call against Howe. Not sure who this is against.
It may be on Haley. Braggs came through on the offensive rebound. Nobody blocked him out. Haley and Cooper Jones were right there. You got to do a good job of blocking out on the rebound.
Braddock's with the shot that is good, makes it 23-9.
Because every time they're coming through for almost like a follow-up dunk. They want to get the ball off the rim while in the air and come down with the dunk. That's how high they're getting above the rim.
Braddock's second shot is up, and that one is also good. 24-9, Madison in the lead. 19.7 as we started. We're at 17-16, a bounce pass, and that's a kick as Campbell tried to bounce pass it to Haley, but it again went off the foot of Miles.
They do that a lot. They're using their hands and their legs to deflect balls.
Lopez to inbound with 14.4. Campbell, as it was almost stolen away. Campbell, 9 seconds. 8. Haley, 6. 5. Campbell. Haley going to the bucket. The runner up. That's in the bottom of the net. And at least Howe has a positive finish to a disastrous first quarter. And it wasn't so much disastrous for Howe. It was just great basketball on the part of Dallas Madison. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. We're trying to get our photographer, Michelle Carney, access to getting pictures. Trying to get her off the floor.
Oh, wow.
You're messing with the wrong girl. Do y'all know who she is?
Yeah.
So it's we're entering the second quarter. It's 24-11. It's been all Madison so far. So Turner will start the second here with a pass to right, guarded by Haley. Now Patterson in the corner to Braddix. Now up top. That's Turner driving to the bucket. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded by DeFrange. Turns around, looking for someone to go. They just slap at the ball. And I tell you what, they're aggressive. And DeFrange almost lost it. But Haley to Campbell. Now in the corner, Lopez back to Haley. Howe trying to set up an offense. Swing it around. Haley at the right wing, guarded tightly. He's going to be cut off. Now they swing it back to Lopez, left wing. Lopez will dribble and get it to Haley. Now Campbell going to try to drive the bucket. A long pass out to Lopez, but right there was Patterson to keep him from shooting the three. Campbell's going to drive middle of the lane, but he's cut off, and now Lopez around the perimeter. Haley, right wing, nowhere to go. He's cut off, and now to Lopez, double teamed and trapped. Now back to Haley. Now Campbell, left wing, guarded by Wright, and Haley right wing back to Campbell. Campbell's going to drive to the free throw lane, go up, right-handed hook, shot off the front of the rim, no good. Off the glass, 24-11, 6:34 on the clock. Right in the corner to Braddix, now up top, swinging it around to Patterson, and now right for a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Lopez. And now Madison with the tight press. A long pass to Haley. Turns around. He's going to shoot just inside the three-point line. Off the back of the rim, no good. Quickly rebounded by Turner, going the other way. Guarded by Lopez. Hands to right. Swatted away by DeFrange. But rebounded by Turner. Underneath the basket, he kicks it out to right off the glass. That's good. 6:03 on the clock. And Madison just, they're so aggressive. The number one team in the state, and there's a reason for that. Lopez across the line. Campbell. And now Campbell will drive to the bucket. Right on Patterson, up off the glass, that's good. Campbell being aggressive now. 5:39 on the clock, taking it to the hole. Braddix thought about the three on the other side. He was cut off by Jones. The ball gets through the legs of Miles, and for one of the few times tonight, Madison makes a mistake.
Yeah, it was just I think one yin and one yang, and it went out of bounds along the sidelines. It'll be a turnover forced by Howe.
Lopez to Campbell, guarded tightly by Braddix. Campbell still got to get across, and now he does. Deep in the corner to Lopez. Lopez to Haley at the top for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Miles, who skied up for that ball. What an athlete.
Wow.
Patterson, he's going to drive the lane. Kick out. Coming back inside, now a kick out to right on the runner. Left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Haley. Haley's cut off by Turner. And that's what they do so well. Generally, Haley will take that ball the other way, and now a pass to Cooper Jones, and it's swatted away, but a foul is called on Braddock's, who they both went for the ball. Had that been a receiving football pass, Braddock's would have been called for pass interference.
It was kind of a dangerous pass from the sideline to the middle of the floor, which is what you want to do, but it was kind of off balance and kind of behind Cooper Jones. Luckily, him and Braddock's both went for it and knocked Cooper Jones to the ground, which is hard to do, to knock Cooper Jones to the ground.
Lopez to Campbell. Campbell across the line, guarded by Wright. Right-handed dribbling, now to Haley, top of the key. Haley dribbles in the lane, kick out to Lopez, but right there is Turner. And now Campbell back to Lopez, trying to feed Wilson, who's back into the game for DeFrange. Campbell on the right wing, he's going to make a play for the bucket, go up over right, off the glass, no good, no call. Campbell wanted to call, didn't get it. Down the court, Hunter back into the game. Will drive to the right side, he's cut off into the corner, that's Patterson for three, rolls in, rolls out. And rebound by Cooper Jones, who kicks it over to Campbell. Now Wilson back to Campbell, who's a little bit gassed as he walks a little bit. 4:05 on the clock here in the second. Campbell will dribble left-handed. Comes over to the left wing. Campbell to Lopez, back to Campbell. The three bomb, that's almost gets stuck. And now Cooper Jones with the rebound goes up, and he's fouled by Jeter. And Jones will shoot two.
Well, first of all, Cooper Jones got good position there to get that rebound. I talked about it earlier last game. He gets the ball in that close to the paint. He's pretty much money. Didn't make the shot, but got the offensive rebound. And as you said earlier, Jacob Campbell is tired. He's going to have to dig deep here this game.
Jones bricks it, but it bricks off the front of the rim and into the net. He'll shoot the back end here. Two seniors on the court for Howe, which is Luke Lopez and Eli Wilson. Jones off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Turner down the court to Hunter. Hunter, a wide receiver in football. A swing pass underneath. Great pass to Miles, but a foul is going to be called. And going down hard to the floor is Luke Lopez.
That's the second time Lopez has hit the deck, and he's probably going to be sore tomorrow.
3:40 on the clock as Wright will get it up to Hunter. Wide open. I thought a three bomb was going to happen. They feed right underneath to Miles, who misses the jumper right underneath the bucket. Rebound by Wilson. And now Haley down the court missed Cooper Jones, who was wide open. You rarely see Haley miss a pass. And this one is stolen by Miles, and he's going to dunk it on the end. Right over Cooper Jones.
He read that all the way, picked it off in stride.
Wilson, a bounce pass to Haley. They try to get it across, lots of pressure. Campbell guarded by Turner tightly. Campbell in the corner to Haley. Guarded by Wright, a long pass up top, Cooper Jones. Left wing, Campbell, a good pick by Wilson. An errant pass gets away, and now Turner goes the other way. And now a wide open pass to Hunter right under the bucket. And Madison makes it a 16-point game with 2:36 left to go in the second.
That was a bad pass by Campbell. Fatigue, I think, is starting to set in for him.
Campbell, middle of the court, gets across. Guarded by Wright. A pick by Wilson, but instead it's picked off by Jordan McCullough, who's into the game for Madison. Hunter making a play for the bucket above the rim. Off the glass, that's good. Campbell tried to draw a charge. Couldn't do it. And timeout, I believe, has been called by Jay Forsythe. 32-14 with 2:10 left before the half, and it's been all Dallas Madison.
Well, and they were starting to go on a little mini run. You saw kind of it was kind of trying to be a pick and roll between Eli Wilson and Jacob Campbell, but it was kind of a bad pass by Campbell. And then a pass got picked off there that was intended for Austin Haley, and Haley was kind of jogging back. I think he kind of given up on that play. And they just keep coming at you. And I haven't counted how far deep they go, but do they go 10, 8, 9, 10 players deep on their bench, Wilson?
They have played 7 so far.
7, okay. It's still it feels like you got 7 on the floor, and it feels like they've got more players on the bench.
Right now, Howe has only had one substitute. That's Cooper Jones, who's played quite a bit.
Yeah, it came in, Zach DeFrange. Usually you have Cooper coming in for Eli Wilson, but
really whoever gets in foul trouble first is when Cooper comes in. But you really have no rotation with your guards, and that really hurts Howe.
Yeah, and they're having to really depend on Jacob Campbell to drive to the bucket and then either go straight to the basket or try to dish off or kick out to Lopez or Haley.
2:10. Go ahead.
But Madison does such a good job of recovering on defense.
2:10 on the clock. 18-point lead for Madison. Lopez gets it into Haley. Back to Lopez. Got to start moving. Lopez to Haley. Got to get it across. A long pass is stolen away by Hunter. Hunter's going to make it to the bucket now. Good pass underneath to Miles, who misses the dunk. It gets away from Wilson on the rebound into the arms of Hunter. Another pass to Wright. And now they swing it over to Turner, who drives to the bucket and puts it up left-handed. And it's a 20-point game. Haley will be cut off by Hunter. A long pass over the head. He's going to end up in Campbell's arms. He goes up for the runner, and that one's good. He wanted another foul, didn't get it. And Hunter will walk it across the line with 1:24 left to play here in the first half. Guarded by Lopez. Into the corner to Turner. Now Wright will shoot the three. Front of the rim, no good, but rebounded by Hunter. A jump shot by Hunter off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Campbell trapped. The long pass to Lopez on the run is Wilson. He'll stop just inside the half-court line. Now Haley will dribble to the middle of the line. Guarded by Hunter. Now Haley, left wing. Lots of action. They just take it away from him. They're so aggressive. McCullough dribbling to the right side. Kick out in the corner. Miles has it, and a long pass to Hunter on the far side. He takes one step up, and he misses the jumper. Into the arms of McCullough. Left wing now up top to Turner. They're going to start over. Wright guarded by Haley. He's going to make a play to the bucket, a kick out underneath. A good pass into the bucket. Turner off the glass and good. 23 seconds left to go in the half. Campbell to Wilson. Lopez, they get it across. 17 seconds. And a swat and a foul by McCullough on Luke Lopez. And McCullough's not happy. But they swat almost every play and every possession. They're swatting at the ball.
Like I said, they're going to be aggressive, and it's like they're just waiting. If the officials are going to let it go, they're going to keep being aggressive. And so far, the officials are kind of letting them play.
Lopez bounces twice at the free throw line, bends his knees, the shot up, good. It's 36-17 with 15.8 left to play in the first half. Wilson and DeFrange back into the game on the blocks. Lopez's second shot is also good. It's 36-18. Madison has doubled up Howe here in the first half with 12 seconds remaining. And Hunter will dribble down. Left wing to Turner. Back up top. That's right. 6, 5, 4, 3. He shoots the three. That's no good. But Hunter is right there on the rebound and slams it home.
Wow.
He has got a serious vertical.
Wow. Remember what I said earlier about they like to take it off the rim when they come for the rebounds. And he took it right off the rim. I mean, he didn't even hit the ground. And he got it in the air and got the dunk. But apparently he hung on the rim, and it's going to be a technical foul.
And Campbell will shoot the technical foul.
They didn't count the basket either.
Oh, did they not? Okay.
So the basket did not count. And Campbell now hit the front end. Campbell also hits the back end. So that is a 4-point swing on hanging on the rim right there. Can't do that.
Madison.
That's something Howe would never be called for, right? Maybe DeFrange, possibly, maybe.
DeFrange or Eli Wilson, maybe?
Maybe.
Cooper Jones, I saw up there up above the rim earlier.
So 16-point game as we enter the half. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. We are at the half. Justin White? Well,
Whoa, catch your breath here.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, you never knew that. Well, maybe you did know that. It was going to be hard on the broadcaster as well, having to keep up with all this back and forth. But it's kind of one of those things. It's like it was coming, but seeing it here live and in color in action is, it's really kind of impressive to see how well they play Dallas Madison, and it looks like they did put the 2 points back up after the rebound dunk at the end of the game, at the end of the half by Hunter. So the Bulldogs are down by 18 instead of 16. But I'm looking for moral victories here. To be down by 18 at the half, that's kind of better than what a lot of teams have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to find a silver lining here. A lot of teams by this time, this game would have been 25, 30 points at least.
Yeah, this one is a little bit tough. I mean, yeah, it's an 18-point game. My gosh, it feels. I mean, Howe's used to giving up 32 during the streak.
Oh yeah,
and 38 during the first half.
Well, and just to put it in perspective, Dallas and Madison plays teams like South Oak Cliff, Dallas Lincoln, Dallas Carter, a lot of DISD schools. Even though they're not in the same district in tournament play and things like that, they play teams that are bigger than them, that play this style of basketball. And so, they've got a pretty good strength of schedule. They've seen high-caliber teams, played against high-caliber teams.
Well, this is a very high-caliber team, the Dallas Madison Trojans, I should say. I know the Blizzard's working on stats, and he'll let us know when he gets finished with that. But, man alive, I tell you what.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll say the second half, we'll see here if things go here in the beginning of the third quarter. Kind of like a football game. At the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, if the Bulldogs can kind of make a little bit of a push, maybe kind of make this a ball game, could still be in it. But the first few minutes of that third quarter are going to tell how this game's going to go. Because right now the Bulldogs are tired. I mean, Jacob Campbell, he's the only ball handler. He's almost the only scorer for the Bulldogs right now. I mean, he's got 5. But Jacob Campbell is having to put a lot of the team on his back right now.
Blizzard, are you ready for stats?
Yep, we can go ahead and jump into them.
All right.
Dallas Madison up 38-20 over the Howe Bulldogs at the half. Pierre Hunter is the leading scorer in the game with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Leonard Miles, the Dallas Madison big man, has 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 steals. Latrell Wright has 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Condre Turner has 4 points and 2 rebounds, and Eric Braddock has 4 points and 4 rebounds for Dallas Madison. The Howe Bulldogs are led tonight by Jacob Campbell, who has 10 points, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Austin Haley adds 5 points and an assist. Zach DeFrange, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Luke Lopez, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. And Cooper Jones, 1 point and 2 rebounds for Howe.
How many did you say Hunter had? Pierre Hunter?
I have him at 19.
19, okay. I think I had 17.
12 of those were in the first 3 minutes or so, it seemed like.
Really? Yeah, he sat out a lot after he picked up 1 foul. I thought that was kind of odd.
He's a wide receiver on the football team, and can you imagine? I mean, that guy could jump out of this gym. Can you imagine throwing a fade route to that guy?
And what do they list him at? They list him at 5'10". I know we talked about.
I don't think he's 5'10".
He's probably about, 6'1" maybe?
Yeah.
Well, if Austin Haley is listed at 6 foot, then Pierre Hunter is beyond 6 foot. So let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. The highlight of halftime, I guess, is a little girl over here shooting baskets, and she dribbled down on the other end and made a layup. I mean, we're talking about a little bitty girl.
Yeah, she did.
And when she made that layup, the Howe crowd went nuts.
I think they're watching her.
They're looking for something to cheer about. It's been tough so far.
I wonder if this is what Coach Forsythe, I mean, if he was, if this was, I mean, I knew he was expecting the pressure and the defensive pressure and the athletes, if this is what he envisioned, if they're better in person than what he thought.
He did mention prior to the game, if kind of what we talked about, he said if the Bulldogs can not turn the ball over and handle the pressure on the press, they'd have a chance. But if they couldn't do that, it's going to be a long night. And so far, it's been a long night.
Well, I don't mean to put you on the spot. How many turnovers did the Bulldogs have altogether?
They had 12.
12.
First half.
How many did Madison have?
One.
That's the ball that just went through the legs of Miles, and that was their own. It was no pressure.
Yeah. I was surprised kind of how good their half-court offense is. I mean, they got some shooters, and they do such a good job of the fact that they're making the shots, but then they do such a good job of pump faking and then driving to the basket. And then when they drive to the basket, they're usually pretty good at finishing. And then offensive rebounds, they're doing a really good job of getting to the basket. The Bulldogs got to do a better job of blocking out.
And they play above the rim a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
We have some listeners from out of state. Hello to Jake Faubacher listening from Thibodaux, Louisiana, and to Rhonda Driver in Elberton, Georgia. Let us know where you're listening from. We have a lot of out-of-state listeners tonight.
Yeah, I know Coach Forsythe brings a lot to the listening crowd. A lot of people on the East Coast, he said, listens to the game. So glad to hear them listening in.
I think we're just about ready to think about getting underway for the second half, and hopefully for Howe, who will switch ends. Maybe this end will be a lot better, and maybe this basket for Madison will be a little bit crooked, as the other one seemed to be pretty good for him down there, especially for Hunter.
Well, they dunked a couple times to straighten out make that rim crooked.
Yeah. I think Hunter, I don't think there's any question that he'll play at the next level. I think he's a next level player.
He's a senior.
I believe he's a Weber State commit. I'm not sure if it's football.
What state?
Weber State.
Okay.
It's the same school that Damian Lillard went to. I'm not sure if it's football or basketball, though.
Is it Hunter, though, that's going?
Yes.
Okay.
Pierre Hunter, the second. Really good athlete.
When I watched a couple of games this weekend, I remember seeing him on the game field. He was very athletic, very active on defense, and could shoot the ball well on offense.
Lopez will inbound to start the second half. A pass to Campbell. He's guarded by Wright. Left-handed dribbling. And now Campbell will try to get it across. And he does to Wilson on a pass to Haley. Hunter right in the face of Haley. Now a pass to Wilson, top of the key. He'll dribble to the right side in the corner. 3-bomb shot, rolls in, rolls out. Rebounded by DeFrange, who puts it up, and he's fouled. And DeFrange will shoot to start the second half. This game started with a 3-pointer by Haley, but ever since really that moment, it's been all Madison.
The Bulldogs have had a hard time hitting anything from beyond the arc. They haven't taken a lot of shots, but what they haven't been able to connect.
DeFrange will hit the first one to make it a 17-point game with 7:36 left to go here in the third, just underway in the second half.
Bulldogs will need to hit their free throws if they're going to get back into this, if any chance to do that.
DeFrange misses the second one. And way to jinx him there.
Yeah, I know. I should have said nothing.
There's a steal by Luke Lopez. And Howe will turn him away for one of the few times tonight. Campbell in the middle of the lane to Wilson. Now to Haley. Guarded by Hunter. A pass to Wilson. Wilson, a swing pass to Luke Lopez. It gets away, but it's swatted out of bounds by Jeter, which means Howe will keep it. And Lopez will inbound with 7:11 left to go in the third. Lopez. Lots of moving parts for the Howe offense. It gets through DeFrange's hands. He was wide open under the bucket. He would have had an easy layup, but it goes right in and out of his fingertips.
Trying to go to the back door. I kind of wish they would have put that a little bit higher for DeFrange to get it, but it had some mustard on it when he threw that.
A quick pass over to Hunter, and he'll give it to Patterson rather. Now right, now Hunter, a long shot, no good. Ends up in the arms of DeFrange, and now Campbell, and now Haley. Back to Campbell. They're going to call backcourt, as Haley's pass was just a little bit behind the line to Campbell, who tried to catch and jump over it, but he was unable to.
Again, that's what happens with that press. As soon as you get the ball, sometimes I've noticed with Haley and even Eli Wilson, as soon as you get that ball, you're wanting to kind of get rid of it, and they did it too quickly.
Everything speeds up in your head against this team.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter on the runner, now a pass out to Patterson. Now a long three by Wright. Back of the rim, no good, but right there's Hunter to put it up. That's no good. Rebound by Jeter, that is good. They dominate the boards with their height and verticals. And here's a ball that gets away from Wilson. It was swatted away from him, but it rolls out of bounds, and Howe will retain possession.
Again, you got to be strong with the ball when you get it.
6:23 on the clock. Lopez inbounds to Campbell, guarded by Wright. Dribbling right, cross dribble left. And a pass to Lopez, left wing. Here comes Wilson, left wing. He'll dribble to the middle of the lane. Over to Campbell, right wing. Campbell, top of the key, dribbling around the perimeter, trying to penetrate somewhere, can't do it, he's cut off everywhere. Lopez now to Haley, left wing. Guarded tightly by Patterson. Dribbles around the perimeter, now Wilson, right wing. Ball above his head, guarded by Hunter. Ball gets away from him for a moment. He's able to corral it. Now Haley in the corner on the left side. 5:42 on the clock. Campbell. A pass is stolen away. That's Hunter. A pass to Wright. Back to Hunter. Up off the glass. That's good. It is like the Harlem Globetrotters. Lopez to Campbell. To Lopez on the press. Guarded by Jeter. Now to Wilson. Middle of the court. Back to Campbell. Wright will back off a little bit. And now across the line. Here's Wilson at the free throw line. Jumper. Bounce. No good. And here comes Madison the other way with 5:10 on the clock. Deep in the corner to Patterson, above his head, pass inside to Jeter. Turns around on DeFrange, goes up, left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. A pass to Campbell. And here we go, trying to beat the press. Campbell needs help. He picked up his dribble. A bounce pass to Wilson. The ball is thrown away. And Patterson coming up the middle of the court. Now to Wright. Hunter will take it and set it up with 4:44 on the clock here in the third. Patterson for three from the corner. Long and no good. Campbell, one off of him, and it goes out of bounds, and Madison will have possession. And now Campbell's getting a little feisty.
You know, and going against this press, there's no way to prepare for this. I mean, again, you can kind of go against your scout team, JV, or whoever, but until you get live in person, it's really hard to replicate the full court press.
Hunter to inbound, he does. To Wright, Runner in the middle of the lane, no good. Rebounded by Jeter. He goes up and a foul's called on Cooper Jones. Jeter's got Jones by probably about 3 inches there. 6'6" to 6'3", I would imagine.
They got him listed 6'6". They got 2 6'6" guys in there right now.
And Hunter, if you're wanting to know, is standing just shy of Cooper Jones if you want to know his height. So Haley to fight for a rebound. He ties it up with Braddix. And possession goes to Madison. Hunter will inbound. Campbell in his face. Hunter trying to go somewhere. He does. He's got Braddix. Left wing, now over to right wing. Guarded by Haley, now up top to Hunter. Guarded by Campbell. Hunter's going to pull up for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Ball is going to soar into the bench of Madison. And Madison will have the ball.
They somehow knocked it off of Haley. I think Jeter knocked it off of Haley right there in front of the Madison bench. So it's like 2 extra possessions. I think maybe even 3 extra possessions now that Madison has had it.
And I've noticed if you're anywhere close to the line on 3, they're going to give it to you. I think twice I've seen Hunter across the line on a 3 attempt, and both were given the 3 if it went in. Jeter guarded by Jones. Jeter turn around. Jones falls down. Jeter off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound and puts it back up. That's impressive. Campbell to Lopez. Lopez to Haley. To Wilson, back to Campbell. Pass back to Lopez. He gets Miles up in the air. And now a pass to DeFrange in the corner. Guarded by Hunter. DeFrange underneath to Jones. Goes up, left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Jeter, but it goes out of bounds. And Howe will have possession. And Jacob Campbell is completely out of gas.
Well, and he's limping too, which is not a good sign when you're limping against a press like Madison has.
Lopez to inbound. And he finds Haley in the corner, making a move. And the runner is no good, swatted away. Now DeFrange has it, blocked by Braddix, which was all ball, but Braddix is going to get called for the foul. So that happened earlier to DeFrange, and now DeFrange has it happen to him.
I was about to say, if you're going to call it down that last time, you call that one too.
DeFrange's first shot is good, which makes it 46-22 with 3:35 left to go in the third. DeFrange's second shot is also true. No pressure from Howe on the inbound as Hunter will go quickly down the court. Wide open right for 3. Rolls in, rolls out. DeFrange has it quickly to Campbell. Campbell picks up his dribble and he's trapped deep inside. And now a bounce pass to Lopez. Lopez back to Campbell. Got to get it across. To Haley in 10 seconds was called. That was quick 10.
It was. One thing about the press you don't want to do, I mean, I've seen the Bulldogs do it a couple times. You don't like to pass backwards. I mean, sometimes you got to, but you really don't want to do that.
Right guarded by Haley. 3:15 on the clock. Braddix, left wing. Now up top, Hunter makes a move on Lopez. Cut off there, going to the bucket. Now a kick out pass to right. Middle of the lane. Hunter from deep in the 3 in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Haley, but it goes off of his fingertips and out of bounds. And that's a good exemplary notion of how this game has gone, really. In possession, but it just gets away.
Giving them extra possessions.
Hunter underneath the basket, trying to get it in, and he does to Jeter. A pass to Braddix, left, or right wing rather. Now to Hunter, guarded by Lopez. Right top of the key, guarded by Haley. Right, a pass underneath to Braddix outside for 3, and that's good. It's 49-23. 2:42 on the clock. Another trap on Haley. Lopez has it, dribbles once left-handed, gets it to Haley. Right side of the court. Now pass to Lopez, has it get away from him as right there is right. And they go 100 miles an hour at all times.
I'm telling you, they're aggressive, and they're not afraid to get up in your uniform, get up in your jock. I mean, they're not afraid to do that.
Lopez will throw it into Campbell. 2:30 on the clock here in the third. Lopez picks up his dribble to DeFrange. Corner, Haley, 3. Too long. Rebounded by Miles. And now Hunter comes this way, right in the middle of the lane. That's going to be up, no good. No, it rolls in, rolls out. And Hunter gets the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. And Howe will have possession.
They called a foul on Cooper.
Oh, a foul's going to be called on Cooper Jones.
Well, you got to get a body on Pierre Hunter. I mean, he's coming in here, and he's grabbed a couple of offensive rebounds. He comes flying in from the perimeter. You got to put a body on him.
Hunter to inbound, he does to right. Dribbles it up, right wing, guarded by Haley. Inside to Miles. Turn around on Luke Lopez. Jones goes up, and the shot is no good. It ends up in the arms of Haley. 1:58 on the clock. DeFrange pass to Campbell. We'll get it across to DeFrange, middle of the lane. A bad pass to Lopez as he tries to fight to save it. And it goes off of Madison's Braddock's, so Howe will retain possession. Cooper Jones will check out. Wilson checks in.
Man, it's just the pressure again is just relentless. It hasn't stopped since the beginning of the game.
Lopez inside to DeFrange. He misses the jumper on 3 feet from 3 feet away. And now the ball gets away from Howe. And here's Miles. Right wing. Now Jeter drives it inside. Up. That's blocked by Wilson. And it rolls out of bounds off of DeFrange. And Madison will have possession underneath the basket with 1:32 remaining in quarter number 3.
I give credit. Their big men, Jeter and I believe Miles, they have really good footwork. I mean, they have really good post moves down there in the block.
Hunter inbounds to Miles. It gets away from him, but ends up with Patterson. Now Hunter's got the ball dribbling to the lane, up, right-handed, and that's good. That was easy. Man, Hunter is a great basketball player. Campbell to Haley, to Lopez, to Campbell. Got to get it across. Campbell bounce pass to Lopez, runs. Haley got it. Left wing, back to Lopez. Inside, Wilson kicks it out to Campbell. It goes through his hands, but he regains it. Dribbles up top now, Lopez. They switch with him right wing. Less than a minute left in the third. 51-23. Campbell left-handed dribbling to the bucket. Goes up, a kick-out pass, and it goes out of bounds. He was trying to give it to DeFrange, and Campbell raises both palms to the sky, and it's going the other way. 49 seconds left to go in the third. Howe trailing 51-23. Miles just throws the ball in the air, and now Hunter will bring it across. Inside pass to Miles. Working on DeFrange. Up, that's no good. Still working. Off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound for the third time. Campbell ties it up. And possession will go to Howe. As Campbell does a little dance.
I think he's trying to say that he's traveling when he's got the ball.
Campbell from Haley. Picks up his dribble back to Ethan Lopez in the game. To Campbell, dribbles across the line, guarded by Patterson. Left-handed dribbling, a pass to Wilson. Now to Haley for 3, left wing. That's in the back of the rim, into the net, and good. 51-26, under 10 seconds. 9-8. Here's Hunter, top of the key, guarded by Haley. Right, thought about the 3, dribbles in, a great pass in the middle of the lane, but Jeter missed the initial runner. And Wilson with the rebound, and that's the end of the third. Howe trails Madison 51-26. We'll be right back.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, Ann's Realty Group, Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Welcome back. as the Bulldogs taking on the #1 team in the state, and perhaps the score indicates what you would expect from that.
They're as advertised. Now again, I will say this: I know the score looks bad, but as I said at halftime, compared to what they've done to other teams, I mean this is mild. Believe it or not.
Hunter will inbound to right as we begin the fourth. Braddock's now to Hunter, middle of the lane. Corner Patterson for three. That's off the front of the rim, no good, but Jeter's right there to rebound it, and he puts it up on a reverse layup, which is good. And it's 53-26. Quickly inbound to Haley, to Campbell, guarded by Hunter. Campbell is going to throw it where Haley cannot catch it, just over the head. The speed of the game is going so very fast in the head of Campbell and Haley right now.
It really is.
And all of them.
Yeah, it just makes you make quicker decisions than what you're ready for, than what you're really used to.
7:25 on the clock here in the fourth. Here's Madison. Braddock's to Patterson to Hunter, right wing. Hunter, middle of the lane, a pass to right corner. Wright loves to shoot the three, but this time he gives it up to Braddock. So they run it around the perimeter. Hunter, a long pass. Madison for three in the corner, not Patterson rather, for three. Rebounded by Haley. And a pass in the middle to Wilson, to Lopez, to Haley, to Campbell. Still haven't got it across. Haley still haven't got it across to Campbell, who is across. 6:52 on the clock. Campbell, a pass in the corner to Lopez. A pass underneath to Wilson. Left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Jeter. Patterson has it. He'll bring in the middle of the court. It gets away because Campbell swatted it away. DeFrange gets it to Wilson, to Haley, to Campbell. 6:34 on the clock. Back to Haley, who gets it across the line. Guarded by Braddock. The ball gets away. Haley trying to tie it up, and he does on Braddock, who just stripped it from him. They are so quick.
They really are, and they don't stop, and they're not going to stop. They're known to put on this full court press the whole game, entire game.
It's almost like, have you ever been chased by a dog?
Yeah.
And you can't get away?
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Lopez will inbound to Campbell. To Wilson. The ball gets away. Wright knocked it away. Now Patterson working on Wilson, who dribbles up on him, and Wright's going to get called for the foul. And for one of the few times tonight we hear the infamous "you can't do that" chant from the student section, which I'm going to try to put an end to that somehow. I don't know how you do that. Can we come up with something else?
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. Here's a pass that gets away from Campbell, and now into the arms of Jeter, and he's going to the lane, and it's swatted away by DeFrange, but DeFrange will get called for the foul, and Jeter's going to shoot two with 6:04 left to go in the game, leading 53-26.
Well, they have just gone right at DeFrange. Really, they're not afraid to go to the basket. Again, they're aggressive on offense, or on defense, and they're aggressive on offense. How many fouls is that on DeFrange now? Two.
3 team fouls for either team. And the first shot by Jeter is no good. It rims out. He'll get a high five from Turner, who's into the game, and also Wright. In the backcourt is Hunter and Braddock. Jeter dribbles a couple of times. Right-handed shooter's up, and that one is good, 54-26. 6:04 left to go in the game, and inbound to Campbell. He's trapped. The ball gets to Lopez. A quick pass to Wilson. He passes back to Lopez, Luke Lopez. And now a pass inside Wilson. He feeds DeFrange back to Wilson off the glass, no good. Quickly down the court, Hunter one-on-one on Haley, who cuts him off, and Hunter will go up top. And he'll slow it down a little bit. 5:39 on the clock. Hunter right side to right wing to right. He'll call Braddock out to switch places with him. Turner now to Hunter, left wing. Braddock now right, moves to the corner. Guarded by Haley, a long pass. Jeter has it, He'll dribble up on DeFrange, go up. DeFrange blocks it. Jeter gets it back. Turn off the glass. No good. Jeter again a rebound. He's got 4 or 5 of his own rebounds tonight.
Very active.
Campbell will steal this one away, and he's going the other way, guarded by Turner. The pass to Haley for 3. Left wing, front of the rim, no good. But Hunter skies up above the rim to grab it down. A pass to Jeter, which gets away, and Campbell ends up with it. He's going to be called for stepping out, and it's going to go to Madison. I must have missed that.
I didn't think he stepped on the line.
It didn't look like it from right here.
And we're right here.
I'm going to put my palms. Hey, I'm going to put my palms up to the sky.
Jacob Campbell palms.
Yeah. So here's a shot from the corner, right, no good. Rebounded a sky by Braddix. And now an offensive foul, one would think, as it is, as Wilson drew it. He ends up on his back.
Boy, and his head bounced off the floor, too, as Hunter went right into his chest.
And he gets up smiling, so he's okay. 4:41 left to go in the game, 54-26. Believe it or not, the Madison Trojans, 54 points here in the fourth quarter is one of the lowest they've scored all season.
It really is.
Haley, you got to tip your hat to the Howe defense. They've really done an outstanding job, even though it kind of doesn't feel that, but it is that way. Campbell, a pass to Haley in the corner. He's going to shoot the 3 right wing. It rolls in. 54-29. 4:22 left to go in the game. And we get a text from Kylie Fleming who says, it's Howe Kids saying, you can't do that? Yes, it's Howe Kids saying, you can't do that. 4:11 to go. And here is Taylor going to the bucket. And a foul's going to be called. And who's this on? Is that's Zach DeFrange, going to pick up his 3rd. 14 fouls for either side, 4:08 left to go in the game.
You know, and I'm looking at the bracket here. Again, they play the winner of Ponder and Bells. Madison does. You know, as far as the region, Blizz, I don't know if you want to chime in on this. I don't know who Tatum. They can play Tatum, I guess, in the regional finals, quarterfinals. I don't know who else is going to be able to compete with them, at least in this region.
Hey, we know some people at Dallas ISD. Just by the way, we may be following this team like we did South Oak Cliff. Who knows?
All right.
Campbell will inbound. 4:07 on the clock. Maybe we'll end up in Austin. Luke Lopez gets it across. Back to DeFrange. Now inside. Cooper Jones. Haley cut off on the baseline. A bounce pass underneath to Jones. It gets away as Wright knocked it away from him. But it goes out of bounds, and Howe will retain possession as we're under 4 minutes left to go in the season for the Howe Bulldogs. And what a great season it has been.
Good job, Jacob Campbell, on that inbound pass. Caught the Trojans napping and went straight to the bucket, got the inbounds pass, and drew the foul.
Well, hey, Mama Fleming said she was going to text him and say, stop saying that. No, just let them have fun. Let them have fun. 3:53 left to go in the game, and Campbell will hit the first of 2 free throws.
Liz, were you going to say something earlier about the region?
That Leonard-Whitesboro game could shock you. I don't think either of those teams will be able to hang with Dallas Madison, though. And they'll meet Tatum before them anyway. In the actual region,
Campbell hits the back end and quickly down the court. Blizzard will get right back to you when we catch a break. Up top is Wright now to Hunter. Right wing. Up top to Braddix. And now Turner, now Hunter in the corner, guarded by Lopez. Takes away the baseline, and now Braddix top of the key. Slowing it down a little bit. Turner guarded by Campbell. They feed inside to Jeter. Turn around, off the glass, no good. But right there is Hunter again.
Wow.
He's always there to scrap it up and put it right back up. Here's Campbell across the line almost, and now I believe he is. And a bounce pass to Haley, right wing. 3:06 on the clock. Inside Cooper Jones. A bounce pass to Haley, corner. Thought he was going to shoot the 3, but he drives in. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Up goes Wright, coming near side. Left wing, guarded by Haley, off about 5 feet, 6 feet. Wright dribbles to the corner, flips over with Braddix. Braddock's guarded by Jones. They slow it down a little bit. In the corner, Hunter now up top to Wright. D up. Now that's a good chant. D up right there. D up. 2:28 on the clock. Good to see the Howe crowd still in it. 58-31. As now, Blake, your shot clock comes into play here.
Yeah, and they're just trying to get the game over with at this point.
2:14, 2:13, 2:12. Haley not even guarding Wright. They're just letting the clock go. And Madison comes to their feet. 2 minutes left as both teams just trying to kill the clock. 58 points for Madison, which is one of the lowest outputs they've had all year. The Howe Bulldog defense does what the Howe Bulldog defense has done during the 9-game winning streak. They did it tonight against Dallas Madison. However, Madison just too much to handle. The number 1 team in the state of Texas had their way with the Howe Bulldogs as we're at the 1:30 mark. As we've basically burned 40 seconds here.
Are we going to do this? Are we going to do this to the entire game? I think Coach Forsyth and head coach for Madison, Damian Mobley, talking at the scorers table earlier. I think Coach Forsyth was kind of raising the white flag and said, "Hey, we're backing off here." And one last curtain call for the Bulldogs.
1 minute left. 56-55. Final moments of the Howe Bulldog season. As Wright stands there dribbling. Haley just looks at him about 15 feet off of him. Nobody's moving. And they haven't moved in a minute and a half. I've never seen this. 39 seconds. Much respect for both teams as both crowds are on their feet. Madison really proud of their team. They've done a great job. They're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason. Howe is proud of their team. They've gone where no team has gone in 17 years. 20 seconds. 19, 18, 16, 15. Wright still standing there. 8, 7, 6. Wright still dribbling. That's the end of it. And Haley will go up to Wright and shake hands with him. Actually, he gives him a hug. And the Howe Bulldog fans are on their feet, and the Madison Trojan fans are on their feet. Great sportsmanship to end this basketball game. They basically burned the final 2 minutes. They tipped their hats to each other. What a moment.
Well, the coach Forsyth said that. He goes, if a team beats us, then we tip our hats to them and wish them luck. And that's what the Trojans did. They came in here, and they're as advertised. They did what they do, and, you know, they're well coached. They're well disciplined. I mean, what is it? What is the saying I've heard? Sometimes it's not the Jimmies and or not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and Joes. Yeah. Sometimes the players are just better than yours. And it's not that the Bulldogs aren't good, but Madison just had some better players. I mean, they're a really good basketball team, offensively, defensively, fundamentally sound. They're just a really good basketball team.
Jared Brusso shook hands and just walked off the court. He was done. Everybody else is still out there visiting, but Brusso left the building. But what a game. Like I said, the final was 58-31. And for Madison to be held to 58 points is quite an accomplishment for the Howe Bulldogs. They scored 99 on Callisburg. They've scored over 100 several times this year.
Yeah, just about every district game they've had, they've scored over 100. And so they really, for the Bulldogs, I mean, I know it's a loss. They hate to hang their head, hang their head low, but I mean, it's this is a good basketball team, and they really gave a good effort.
That was a good basketball team. Campbell not handling it very well. He's in tears. Lopez. Final game right there, bud. Proud of you. Coach Forsyth comes over. We'll talk to Coach Forsyth here for a second. Eli Wilson in tears as he walks off, the senior. Coach, this is a big moment for Howe to be on the court with the number 1 team in the entire state of Texas. Big moment right here. You held Dallas Madison to 58 points. That's quite an accomplishment. They scored 99 against Callisburg. They've scored 100 a whole bunch of times this year. Your team is you're built on defense, and you hold them to 58. That's somewhat of an accomplishment tonight against a great team.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'll give our boys credit. I mean, they kept coming at them, and that's what we kept talking about. It's just don't give up. Play to the final buzzer. You know, when you're not used to playing against this type of defense, and, you know, our offense is built on getting on screens, but that high-pressure defense keeps you from going too far away from the ball. And so, you know, when you're not used to facing that, I mean, it's hard to play against it for the first time ever. And but, yeah, defense, I'm proud of those boys tonight. I mean, Zach DeFrange not backing down, blocking shots. We rebounded as much as we could. I mean, you gotta admit, we can barely touch the bottom of the net against most on these 10-foot goals, but these guys were up above the rim, but yet we're still rebounding with them. And yeah, I'll give my boys credit. They played their bottoms off tonight.
Talk about the seniors. You're going to miss Zach DeFrange. You're going to miss Eli Wilson, starters, Luke Lopez, Ethan Lopez. Talk about your seniors a little bit and what you're going to miss from them.
Yeah, I mean, losing Zach and Eli, sometimes they don't score as much, but, man, there's their defensive presence down. And just the sureness of knowing that they're there in the post for us and just, you know, breaking presses and things like that. They're very vital to that. Luke and Ethan, man, just two kids that come and work hard every day. And they don't back down. They just give you everything they got. Very coachable, and just definitely going to miss them. And, you know, our other seniors, the ones who don't play as much with, you know, Brusso and Kevin. And, you know, they came and just practiced every day, and they knew their role and didn't complain about it, and was able just to put in a lot of work there. So, yeah, I'm going to miss each one of these 6 seniors that are graduating.
Real quick, we'll get you out of here. You're about to go address your team. What are you going to tell them?
That I'm proud of them. They did something that hadn't been done in 17 years here at Howe, and, you know, they just believed in themselves and listened to what, as you said in the scene setter, a crazy Georgia boy with a little bit of North Carolina flair of basketball came in and taught them something different than they'd ever seen before, and they bought into it, and look what we've done in 2 years.
Coach, I appreciate it. Congratulations on the great season.
Thank you. 9-game
winning streak comes to an end tonight. It's been a great season, and I'll tell you what, you just don't get better than this in playoff basketball.
Yeah,
you know?
It was good stuff tonight. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That is head coach Jay Forsyth for the Howe Bulldogs. Blizzard, how far along are you on the stats? You need a few minutes?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's go ahead and go for the stats.
I do have one question. What was the final score?
58-31.
58-31, okay.
Go ahead, Blizzard.
Okay. We'll start with Madison, 58-31 winners tonight in the area round. They were led by Pierre Hunter with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. Rodney Jeter, 9 points, 11 rebounds, and 1 steal. Leonard Miles, 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. Latrell Wright, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Eric Braddock, 7 points and 3 rebounds and 2 steals. And Kidandre Turner, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. That's for Madison. For Howe, the Bulldogs were led by Jacob Campbell with 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 steals. Austin Haley had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. Luke Lopez, 2 points and 3 rebounds, and a steal. Zach DeFrange, 5 points and 6 rebounds, and Cooper Jones, 1 point.
Justin, final thoughts?
Man, it's been a good season. I think, you know, they did something that we, you know, early in the district season, like about the halfway point, we didn't know if this was going to happen, if the Bulldogs were going to be able to make a playoff run, but they rattled off 9 straight. And I think Coach Forsyth, you know, he's got them believing. You lose Eli Wilson, you lose Zach DeFrange and Luke Lopez, but you bring back Austin Haley and
you bring in Noah Riley, who didn't see the floor much, but that's a big presence right there in that Eli Wilson role. I have a feeling.
And then Jacob Campbell as well is only a sophomore, and so you're bringing those guys back, so you have a little bit of a nucleus to build on for next year.
Final thoughts, Blizzard?
let's not face Dallas Madison in the second round a year from now. That's my final thought. Because this team was the hottest team in the area, I thought, and they just faced the best team tonight.
No question. It might have been best finishing 4th in the district, perhaps.
Yeah, it might have been.
But that's the way the ball bounces, so they say. I want to thank Carson Grogan for being our engineer all throughout the basketball season. If we do if the Bulldogs make the playoffs in baseball, perhaps we can do some of that. If the girls make the playoffs in softball, perhaps we'll do that. So, for everyone who's been a part of this one, I want to thank you guys for all you do. You're an outstanding crew.
You think about, too, our crew, as much as we've done this football and basketball, we've been as far east as Mount Vernon, as far west as Abilene. We've been as little as press boxes as Howe and up top Mount Vernon, and then as big of a press box as AT&T Stadium. So we've been all over the map this year. It's been fun.
It's been a good season for us.
It has been.
We are truly the Texas sports media mafia.
Yes, sir.
Studio 42. Hey, for everyone who's been a part of this one, including Carson Grogan, including Blake Burnett, Justin White, I'm Monty Walker. So long, everybody.